we really booked our first show. We were so excited to have a set, be able to book a show, and we called up, booked the concert, and they needed a band name, and we honestly hadn't really thought about it yet. And so we just kind of hung up the phone, told them we'd call them back, and we sat in a parking lot and said names for about 45 minutes. And I think one of my roommate at the time suggested the Whigs, and I really spiced it up by saying, "What about like the political party?" and put an H in there. And we honestly just hadn't, we didn't know about the Afghan Whigs. We just didn't know. And I hope that Greg Dooley isn't offended, and but we just didn't know about the Afghan Whigs, and our name became the Whigs, and it's stuck. Yeah, every album has had a different lineup. So, yeah, the first record was Hank and I writing a lot in the bedroom. The second album ended up me writing a lot by myself, and we were so fortunate to have an actual band this time that we ended up doing drum and bass. I think 9 of the 11 songs on the album began as drum and bass demos, which made Tim an integral part of the writing process, from the initial phase of things. And so it just really lent itself to a really collaborative album. So, yeah. Just the stages we played on, we learned a lot. We move around a lot on stage. We jump around. And, when you're in a small club, you might jump around and knock over a drum kit or, knock the microphone over. And it was really cool to play in the big arenas and in the big theaters. And, I can go 40 feet to my left and I'm not going to bump into anything. And it's really liberating. And I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, man, I don't know. I mean, we learn a lot from them musically, of course, and we watch them and we're fans, and we watch every night. And you also just learn a lot from them as people and how to, how generous they are and how they treat us and an opener that they chose to come on tour, and sort of really got to know them and admire them and how their entire operation works. It's behind the scenes, but it's important to us, and of course you hope one day to get to a level where you're playing bigger shows and you can have people opening for you, and they are as nice of guys and generous as they are a good band. So it was fun for us to be a part of that, and pretty lucky to be touring with them at all, much less when they're sort of on this meteoric rise, during that album. So it was pretty crazy to walk into venues, Madison Square Garden and arenas all over the country, because we don't play those arenas very often. So it was fun.
We've had a lot. I'd say, I don't know. I guess the biggest hurdle was our original bass player leaving the band, and just trying to continue on. And we always kind of subscribe to the philosophy that the music that the band creates is bigger than any individual in the band. And we just had to wish him the best of luck and figure out a way to keep on going. And we were able to do it and turn it into a positive thing. And I think that anytime we have had hurdles, we had a bad experience with a record company when we were really young, and that was a really big hurdle as well. But we turned it into something positive and made our first record in a certain fashion because of it. So I'd say those were probably the two biggest hurdles. And not only did we get through them, but we used kind of all the negative aspects of them to create a really positive situation for ourselves and get here with Tim today. And, just, I don't know, reverse the energy around.